So, good day everyone. This is the continuation of the report of Ate Giselle. My topic is all about the quality of teachers are the competent and globally aware, demonstrating knowledge, skills, values, and dispositions in their teachings. They are able to, first we have understand their own cultural identity and it influences on teaching. So this means that teachers must be aware of of their own background, of the background of her students, the beliefs, the values, and the traditions, and how this shape the way they teach and interact with students. For example, teachers from a collectivist culture may value the teamwork and cooperation and should recognize how that influences their classroom's management and expectations. So understanding this helps avoid bias and also to promote the fairness of the class. Next, we have integrate global perspective into their subject matter. So, a globally aware teachers includes international issues, ideas, and viewpoints and lessons. This means that integrated global. It should be, if you have a lesson, you should be connected. Kanang i-connect niyo bitaw siya sa real life situation. Yes. It is because it can help the students see that the learning connects to the wider world. Yes. Next, we have engage students actively in learning. This means that the teachers use interactive and participatory methods, not just lectures, not just like that. They make sure that the students think, ask questions, and do hands-on activities. For example, a group discussion, debates, projects, or simulation that encourage learners to explore and also to express their ideas. Next, we have use real-life local and global examples. So here, the teachers makes lesson relevant and relatable, of course. Dili lang kay pang kanabitang what they would call ng mga anime. It should be relatable. It can relate the students by linking topics to real-world situations in both local and also international contexts. For example, when we are teaching about environmental conservation, a teacher might discuss pollution in the local river and also global deforestation in the Amazon. Yeah. Next, we have appreciate contributions from culturally and linguistically diverse learners. So here, this means that the teachers respect and value the difference that students bring, whether in language, culture, or experiences, and see them as assets, not a problem. For example, encouraging the students to share how certain celebrations or customs are practiced in their families. It can help others learn from others' perspective. Next, we'll foster a classroom environment that encourages positive cross-cultural interactions. So here, the teachers create a safe, inclusive space where students from different backgrounds can interact, cooperate, and learn from one another with respect. For example, a grouping students from diverse backgrounds for projects and guiding them to appreciate each other's ideas and strengths. I have an example there. For example, a group discussions. Ilainin mo siya kay bright siya. No. It should be kanabitang collaborative. It should be walay bias. It should be kanang fair lang bitaw. Yes, for us to have a respect, of course. Next is model social responsibility in both local and global contexts. So here, the teachers demonstrate how to care for others and act responsibility in society, both in their community and the world. For example, leading a school projects like tree planting or fund drives for disaster victims abroad shows students how to make a positive impact. Yes. Next, we have guide learners to take actions that improve and global conditions. So the teachers inspire the students to apply what they learn to make the world better, not just in theory, but in real life action. For example, encouraging students to start a recycling programs, create awareness campaigns, or join community service activities that benefit people locally or globally. So in summary, a quality, globally competent teacher is not only knowledgeable, but also open-minded, inclusive, social responsible, and action-oriented. It is because it can prepare our students to become good citizens of both their country and our world. Yes. So, having the appropriate competencies for teaching means possessing the knowledge, skills, and values that makes a teacher truly effective. A quality teacher, it's not just someone who knows the subject matter, but someone who can connect with students, make learning meaningful, and create a positive and inclusive classroom environment. Just like a quality teachers are patient, dedicated, and also continue to grow professionally so they can guide learners towards success. Yes, because we are the teachers, we are the bridge of their learning. Yes, quality teachers can indeed provide teacher quality in our schools. So, when teachers show competence and passion of their work, they inspire both their students and their colleagues. They help build a learning environment where students feel supported, motivated, and challenged to do their best. In this way, quality teachers play a big role in improving the overall quality of education. We have a big role to improve the overall quality of an education. We na to sa atong kamot ang the bridge, because as a future educator, we are the bridge of their knowledge. However, defining a teacher quality is not just simple. Different countries have different way of measuring it. For example, in the United States, diba? Teacher quality is often based on what students learn and can do with the knowledge they gain. This reflects the outcomes-based education approach. Meanwhile, other countries rely on standards that describe what teachers should know and be able to do. Regardless of the method, the true measure of teacher quality lies in teachers who are competent, caring, and committed to making a positive differences in the lives of their students. So the OECD's core elements of teacher quality standards describe that what makes a teacher effective and competent in the classroom. Each element highlights an important area of teaching practice and contributes to students' learning and school success. So here the explanation of each. First, we have planning and preparation. So these are the elements of a teacher quality standards. This is the standards of OECD's core elements of teacher. First, we have planning and preparation. Of course, this is focuses on how teachers get ready for their lessons. Knowledge of content and pedagogy. A quality teacher must deeply understand the subject they teach and know how to teach it effectively. Of course, as a teachers, we need to have a exact plan and also preparation, because you are the one who teach, you are the one who will discuss that lesson in your students. If you don't understand the lesson, how much more in your students, diba? So, the teachers must recognize students' different learning styles, like the backgrounds and the abilities to make learning meaningful for everyone. Kanang itong ma-engage jud ng students, of course. Designing coherent instructional plans, lessons should be well organized with clear goals and logical sequences that help students build knowledge step by step. So, in short, a quality teacher carefully prepares lessons that much students need and ensure real learning happens. Next, we have classroom environment. If we talk about classroom environment, these elements deals with creating a positive and productive learning atmosphere. So, create a culture for learning. So, teachers encourage respect, curiosity, and motivation to students value. How can the students value the education? So here, it can be managed the student behavior because the teacher set clear rules and can handle the misbehavior calmly and fairly to maintain order and focus. In short, a quality teachers maintain a classroom where students feel safe, motivated, and ready to learn. Next, we have instructions. So, instructions, this is about how the teachers delivers lessons and interacts with students during learning. So, it can be effective communication. Why? It is because it explaining the lessons clearly and ensuring students understand. So, discussion techniques, so it can be encouraged meaningful classroom discussion that promote critical thinking. Of course, naapod dir ang student engagement. Student engagement it is because using activities and strategies that keep students interested and actively participating. It is because if you always lecturing there, you are always yelling at the front, it will be cause a boring, di ba maboring din ng students. It should be have a activity para din ma-engage, ma-exercise ang critical thinking sa students. In short, that a quality teachers make lesson lively, understandable, and also interactive, of course. Next, we have professional responsibilities. So this covers a teacher's conduct beyond classroom instruction about the regulation, about the about the responsibility of the teachers. So it can reflect on teaching, thinking about what work or didn't and making improvement. Just like you have a role, you have a lesson, and then wala siya, feeling mo wala yung nakasabot sa imong lesson, so you can make it work and also make maka-improve po siya, di ba? Communicating with families, of course, we are talking about professional responsibility. Of course, we are responsible of our students. We should be connect on their parents. We should connect to their families. It can keep the parents informed about their children's progress, about the progress of the students. We can communicate to their families, to their parents. It can contribute to the school and community, working the colleagues and supporting school programs, of course. Continuous professional development, attending training workshop, and learning new methods of grow professionals. In short, a quality teachers stay professional, keep improving, and collaborates with others to enhance education. So overall, the OECD's teacher quality standards emphasize that being a great teacher is not just about knowing the subjects. It's about preparing well. It's about the planning. It's about the lesson, about the planning, the preparation well, creating a supportive classroom, teaching effectively, and continuously improving as a professional. So, this section explains how teacher quality and quality teachers are defined and developed especially through international standards like the Competency Framework for Teachers Southeast Asia or the CFTC. So, let's break it down clearly. So, teacher quality versus quality teachers. So, a quality teachers, it is referred to the individual teachers who possess strong personal attributes such as knowledge, skills, attitudes, and also professional values that make them effective educators. For example, a teacher who is patient, knowledgeable, and skilled at motivating students is a quality teacher. Gets? A quality teachers, it is refers to the individuals teachers who possess strong personal attributes. It's about the the characteristic of a teachers. Muna siya quality teachers. So if we say teacher quality, on the other hand, refers to the overall standards. It's about, if we are talking about teacher quality, it's about the standards. It's about the level of teaching performance in school system. Yes, ang quality teachers, it's all about the characteristic of teacher, how she teach, unsa naka-reflect ang students, nag-reflect ang students. Here in teacher quality, it's all about the standards. It's all about the level of teaching performance in school system. It's often measured by standards and validated through student learning outcomes. How will student learn? Kung unsa nag-learn ang student, dira pug ka kamaayo ka teacher. For example, the students have kanabitang walay na learn. Of course, it can be reflected to you as a teachers. That's koan. In short, a quality teachers is the people. It is about the individual excellence. It's about the strategies of a teacher. It's all about the characteristic, the reflection as a teachers, how she teach, how she usually kanang act as a teachers, the kanabitang, the reflective or the kanabitang unsa siya ka maestra. So if we talk about teacher quality, it is the system. It's about the standard of a profession. It's all about the standards. It is about the level of a teachers that it should be kana jud ang teacher nga na. Ang quality teacher, it's about the characteristic kung unsa siya ka maestra. If we are talking about teacher quality, it's all about the standard. To teach the standard of a teacher. So, teaching standards. Teaching standards define what teachers should know, be able to do, and how they should be professionally. This standard help advance the profession by giving clear expectations for teachers' performance. They can be developed with teachers themselves or set at the national or state level with some local flexibility to adapt to different school contexts. In short, standards serve as a guide to help teachers grow professionally and ensure consistent, high-quality education everywhere. So if we are talking about competency framework for teachers in Southeast Asia or CFPC, the purpose for that is to revitalize teacher education and make teaching a respected, attractive profession through continuous teacher development, both pre-service, before becoming a teacher, and in service while teaching. So the definition of competencies is competencies are combination of knowledge, skills, behaviors, and attitudes that enable teachers to perform effectively in their roles. So, if we are talking about structure of the CFTC, it is a framework is organized into several layers. We have we have 4 essential competencies, which is the core areas all teachers must master. We have 12 general competencies, which is the broader abilities under each essential area. We have 31 enabling competencies, which is the specific skills and behaviors that supports general competencies. And we have 136 success descriptors, observable indicators that show how well teachers perform in practice. So in short, it is a data that describes what good teaching looks like in Southeast Asia. So the goal of CFPC is to create a common regional standard for teachers, helping countries across Southeast Asia improve teacher performance and also to ensure the consistent educational quality. We have here the 4 essential competencies of a teacher, which is the CFTC. First, we have knowing and understanding what to teach. So, of course, muna siya mga competency of teacher of CFTC that the teachers must have deep knowledge of their subject, understand the curriculum, follow policies, and also stay updated with global education trends. It is focused on mastery of content and lifelong learning. Second, we are helping students learn. So, So here, the teachers must understand how students learn, use effective strategies, and assess learning fairly with constructive feedback. This is focuses on the student-centered teaching and assessment. Next, we have engaging the community. Teachers should work with parents, families, and the wider community, promoting respect, inclusion, and appreciation of diversity. It is focusing on the partnership and also collaboration for holistic education. It's about the collaboration between a teachers, and also to the parents of their students. Fourth is becoming a better teacher every day. Teachers must reflect on their practice, uphold human values, and continuously improve through professional development. Becoming a better teacher every day, we can make a better teacher every day. It is started to practice to ourselves. Of course, if you know how to respect yourself, how to manage yourself, you can practice it by yourself first. It is because it is focusing on the self-improvement, ethics, and the lifelong growth. So, overall, the CFTC and teaching standards together define what makes a teacher. They ensure that the teachers, they are knowledgeable, know that what to teach, skilled, connected, reflected. In essence, teacher quality depends on quality teachers who met these standards and also demonstrate them in their daily teaching. So that's all from my part of my report. Thank you.